But I won't complain because I enjoy the activities. I'm not going to complain because I enjoy the activities. However, sometimes there are technical issues, ladies and gentlemen. When there's technical issues in Orange Room, Drage uses words that are inappropriate. What? That's not true. I'm always saying lovely words, lovely expressions of a very humorous nature. All right. Folks, how's it going out there? It's Thursday. Mark, I see you out there. How's it going? Good afternoon to you, my good man. And, all right. I think we're good to go. We're ready to commence. I have got a Charger 290 in my hands here in Mulberry Mist from our friends at Reverend Guitars. Now, this particular guitar was sent to me by our friends at Reverend, although at Wildwood they do have some of these in some cool colors, and I've got a link to one just like it, but in a different color in the description. I thought it'd be fun to play a few different guitars with P90s today, just for the fun of it. I'm going to play this guitar, which is, as I said, a Charger 290 in Mulberry Mist. Cannot resist the bold power of it. Let me go over here just for kicks and gigs. Oh, this doggone thing. I don't want that, y'all. I want to do this. There we go. Ooh, look at that. It looks nice, doesn't it? And just so you know, the layout of the land here, you got your volume, your tone, of course, your three-way toggle switch, and up here is the bass contour control. So when it's all the way up, it's full P90, and I'm right in the middle right now. This up here is the bass contour, and if I go down, all the way down, it takes some frequencies out and some punch. So it's really quite versatile. Find some happy spots in betwixt. Bridge pickup. Add a little heat to the equation. Sounds good, am I right?
It sounds good, am I right? It sounds good, am I right?
And the cost is right as well on these doggone things. The Charger 290. What is this? Charger 290 Mulberry Mist. Serial number 43420. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now again, this is a guitar that came to me from our friends at Reverend. But they have these in stock, although not in this particular color right now at Wildwood. But I did put a link to, there's one in chronic blue, and there was another one in a delicious, I think that forest green, that sparkle. But it sounds doggone good, does it not? What's the knob up? Did I not just go through that? Son of a gun! I'm just kidding. How did I know you were just going to tune in? This thing up here is a bass contour control. So when it's full on, it's the pickup as is. And when you go down, it actually takes some frequencies away and a little bit of output. Actually, not output, just frequency. The idea. Now, when I use the looper, folks, I'm using this, which is now in stock again, as Slipperfoot dictates. That jetter pedal there, the ODS 181, is a Wildwood exclusive, and that doggone pedal is girthsome. So here's what it's like without it. It brings the heat, it brings the meat. Can you dig it? This is Mulberry Mist is the color of this guitar. Someone's asking, what is the color? It's Mulberry Mist. It's a color that you just can't resist. You will bathe in its hue, and that this power is real. And its power is real. Can you dig it? Span it. The Reverend Charger 290 in Mulberry Mist. Mulberry Mist, I just can't resist. Can you dig it? Gristle Misty. I like that too, G. I like what you're saying out there. Anyway, so as you can see, the back of this thing too is also a fine. Oh, look at the little binding on there. It's got the Bullum accommodator. If you got a Bullum that needs accommodation, it's here for you. It's here for you. The Bullum accommodator. Some people call it a contour. Some people call it a cutaway. Those people are fools. It's a Bullum accommodator. Write it down in your soul so you can access it, that information, whenever you need it. It is mysterious, is it not? Mysteria. I like what you did there, Eddie. I like what you are putting down. Yeah. It's a very cost-effective guitar, too. I think it's $9.99. I think that's what they go for. $9.99, not $9.99. $900s. $900s, 99ers. But it's doggone good. It sounds great. And these doggone bass contour things are very handy. You can thin it up a little bit, and you're doing some, Care Bears. Want a little bit more meat? Handy dandy. The bass cut should be mandatory. It is a very handy thing. Well, most Reverend guitars have them. On my guitar with the Fishman Fluence pickups that I developed, it has a second voice. So there is some similarity in function in terms of having a second sound that is available to you. But it's actually an entirely separate voice as opposed to this, which is takes some frequencies away so you get kind of a nice thinner, more transparent tone, and then turn it up and you get more meat. But again, when it's full up, it's actually, that's the sound of the pickup. You're actually subtracting stuff away from the original tone. Can you dig it? The fretboard material on here is Pile Ferro. So it's roasted maple back here. The body itself is made out of Carina because that's what Reverend does. All their guitars are of Carina wood. Carina! And then for the fingerboard on this particular one, it's Pile Ferro. Pow! Ferro. Can you dig it? Pow! Ferro. Pow! Ferro. See the shoulder again? Shoulders, whenever I'm feeling it, shoulders going. Let that be a lesson to you. When the feel of the shoulder starts giving and shaking. Giving and shaking. I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. All right, I'm going to switch over to another guitar that is a Reverend device that has two P90s and a humbucker on it and see how that sounds in compares. And that's going to be this Chronic Blue Six Gun HPP cool offset design. It also has the Bullum enhancer. It's got a little sweet perloid pickguard. You can see that all right? Behold, there we go. There, now you can see it. The perloid pickguard, Wilkinson tremolo on it, very functional indeed. The bass contour on this one is going to be this control. So you have your volume, you got your tone, and you got your bass contour. You got the two P90s, and you got Mr. Humbucks. And let's hear how this rascal sounds. Let me plug it in. Plug it in, Trade. Bass contour full up on that bridge humbucker. Let me put Mr. Tunes on. Mr. Tuner, why don't you come over here so I can know if I'm a tuner or not? I don't really need you all the time, but sometimes you're handy. I'm speaking to the tuner, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of my thing. I speak to inanimate objects, usually with profanity, but that's another story. Hey, easy now. Sorry, in order to get rid of my last loop, I have to step on it for a second. I'm sure there's a way around it, but I haven't looked at the manual, because that's what Dre does. He just takes it out and plugs it in and says, what the heck we got going on here? So anyways, so I got that bridge humbucker. Here's the 2 position. The 2 position. Back off on that bass contour. It's nice and quackalicious. Right, and put that bass contour up. Got some nice meat to it, actually. That middle position, middle P90. Back that off. It's that bass contour control here, full up. Sound of the middle pickup, full juiced. And this, I'm taking some frequencies array. Sorry about that. All right, and he's going flat on me. She's going flat on me. Okay, let's go to this 4 position. Right? Sounds good, doggone it. Sounds good, am I right? It sounds good. It sounds good and it sounds right. I'm playing all day and I'm playing all night. This is a Reverend guitar, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Six Gun HHP. No, HPP. PPH. Maybe I'm on something that's lettered. It's HPP is what it is. Six Gun HPP in chronic blue. Serial number of this one is 43455. Again, this is a guitar that belongs to Reverend, but they are available in quantity or in some quantity. There's a link to a guitar just like it at Wildwood Guitars in the description of this video that you can click on and be transported magically through the power of the inner Google to the Wildwood website, a place that just always tempts the soul. For instance, today, I click on the new arrivals. They got a ton of these Gibson Murphy, the Murphy Lab, Tom Murphy scadoidal guitars from Gibson. Doggone it. You know what? Don't do this to me. What are you doing, Wildwood? She ran calling Wildwood. You know why she ran calling Wildwood? Because she saw the credit card bill. She said, what did I do? What happened? Am I right? Am I right? You know what? I have to do something here, folks. I accidentally plugged in a pedal incorrectly, upside down. I have this little Octavia pedal that I like to use, and my buddy Tim Yarnick made it for me, and I've been using it as of late because I like a little bit of octave fuzz, and I plugged it in upside down, or other way around. There we go. Grab this guitar again, see what we got. No, plug this back in. Hear that? Yeah, I gotta have Tim make more of those. That's that pedal right there. We call it the F up pedal. I told him, I go, look, I like to use octave fuzz as one way. I like the volume such, and I like this amount of octave fuzz in there. Just set it and forget it. I want the knobs taken off because I'm always hitting them inadvertently. So now it's just got an on and off. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Makes me feel magical is what it does.
Ran out, hot it.
Can you dig it? Yeah, that overdrive coming again from that little pedal right there. That's the ODS 181 by Jetter. That's an exclusive Wildwood pedal voiced after Steve's amp, one of Steve's actually Dumble amps out there. I don't know if we can officially say that in the marketing scheme, but I'm saying it to you because I'm here in Orange Room saying as I please without getting into trouble. But it's voiced after one of Steve's amps, and it's available only at Wildwood. And they just got another shipment in, so you can call there right now and say, bros, I need an ODS 181. I'm going to have a little Dumble-ish fun. And again, this particular instrument that I'm playing, this is a Reverend Six Gun HPP, standing for Humbucker P90 P90, in chronic blue. Of course, it's got the Wilkinson Mr. Wiggles on it. Sounds good, looks good, offset glory. It's got a little Bullum accommodator so that you can play in comfort and majesty. And body made out of Carina, neck is made out of fried maple. It's some roasted, fried. And you got Pal Farrell fingerboard, causing a great deal of deliciousness. ODS, not odious. No, indeed not, Gregor. Indeed not. It's got the bass contour control as well right here. Bass contour control as the scrolls foretold. Bass contour control. How does the number 4 position do with the bass? I think I've done it, but I'm going to do it again for you because you asked so nicely. Let me turn that delay ski off here. So let me just tune this rascal up, So I'm going to tune this rascal up. So this is the 4 position full P90. Now here's going back on the bass. Somewhere in betwixt. There you go. All the hues of the 4 position using that bass contour. It sounds good, man. I'll tell you what. It sounds good. The trick is that all these guitars that I play, they're in the hat somewhere. Actually, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. A Scooby-Dooby dog-on-do. I'm using, Tom is asking, Tom Schultz. Hey, Tom. We're playing through my Koch the Greg amplifier right now. That's what's being played through. That's what's being sported. And why am I getting a call from West Milwaukee right now? Oh, it's probably the tooth doctor. The tooth doctor. Some people call him dentists. I like to call him the tooth doctor. Hey, Placky McGee. Chisel away the plaque for me. Placky McGee. Chisel it. Wow. I think I just said that out loud. Did I not? I think I did. I love the amp. You know what? It sounds great. The overdrives on it sound magnificent. It's got the reverb is glorious, and it's got the harmonic vibrato on board. It makes you just want to go, oh, thank you, Mr. Harmonic Vibrato, for giving me a squishy soundscape to dwell in. Squishy soundscape? Sounds kind of weird. But that's what we've grown accustomed here in Orange Room. A place of grisly savagery and oral excitement. I mean, A-U-R-A-L, the other kind would be weird. Now the phone is ringing over there. The landline. Who uses a landline anymore? I don't know. But this is the harmonic vibrato. Call from unavailable. Call from unavailable. Well, guess what, unavailable? You're not welcome here. Am I right or am I right? Squid Squishy. Yes, it is Squid Squishy. And again, all of that available on this doggone Koch amplifier, which are available at Wildwood Guitars. As a matter of fact, there's a new shipment coming in. I happen to know this. A new shipment of not only there's a Sonic Blue version of the Greg amplifier, which I'm using. There's also black Tolex versions and red Tolex versions, which are going to be landing at a place called Wildwood Guitars, Louisville, Colorado, sponsoring this very broadcast as we speak. I like to call it a broadcast because I'm old school. Some people call it a live stream. Whatever. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? When will the Koch Jr. be available? Asked Luke. Luke, that's a damn good question. From what I'm understanding, what I'm being told, they're being made in April, so they should be landing at some point in hopefully May. They'll be landing at Wildwood Guitars. Make mine red, says Spider Logan. Spider Logan wants it red. Spider Logan wants it red. Song called Spider Logan Wants It Red. Nothing wrong with it. Fix the Leslie. You know what? He didn't leave the cord for me again. That's all right. We use the Leslie when Toby comes down. He was just down here this Saturday. The live broadcast lives on the inner Google. You can check it out and feel the power. Yes. Well, there's two other amp. Well, let's just review a little bit, folks. There is the Greg amplifier, which has 2 channels. It has an ODS feature, output tube saturation. That's on the top. There's 2 panels. There's the front panel. There's the top panel. And the top panel has extra goodies like the OTS feature, which I can add to either channel. Add a little bit of this. That's all the amp goodness. The reverb is glorious, and of course we got that harmonic vibrato. So because of that, the amp is not inexpensive. It has 2 10-inch speakers, all in one delicious combo. There is a head version that has all the same features that is also coming out and should be shipping. I think they're going to be shipping the same time as the new combo amps that are in the different color. And I use, when I perform with the band now, I've been using the head with a 212 extension cabinet. The amp comes with 2 10s. I love the sound of 2 10s. I always have. I'm a Vibralex fan. It's either 50 or 25 watts. It's a half power. I always use it on the 50 watt setting because I like more power. Okay, I'm a powersman. There is a link to the guitars that I'm playing up above or below, depending on what format you're watching it. If you're watching it on YouTube, it should be below. There should be a link, or up above on Facebook. They're always 9 times out of 10 when I'm doing these broadcasts. Whatever guitar I'm playing, there is a link to either that specific guitar on the Wildwood site or one exactly like it. Sometimes there's not, but as I said, 9 times out of 10, that's pretty much all the time. FYI. The Greg amps are $25.99, $2,599. That's why people are like, that's a lot of Scalota for an amp. Of course, when you're talking about boutique combo amps, that's really not all that much money. because they're all going for about $3,000 and up and so on and so forth. So, but regardless of that, it's still a lot of money for folk. So we're introducing a Greg Jr., and the Greg Jr. is a single 12 combo amp that has the clean channel and the overdrive boost and reverb. Okay, there's also channel volumes for both, so that you can have like a clean channel with a lead and rhythm volume, overdrive channel with lead and rhythm volume, and an overdrive boost with reverb. So very versatile, very cool. That'll be about $1,000 less. That'll be about $1,500. But it does not have the harmonic vibrato. It doesn't have the OTS feature. Okay. Then there's going to be an amp called the Little Gristle, which is a little tweed amp, single 12, has one tube as far as a power amp tube is concerned. It's got a single EL 34. It's either 12 or 4 watts. It has a volume and a gain. We're calling the gain Gristle, and we're calling the volume More. And it has a single tone control. It also has a boost feature on it that'll be foot switchable, and it has reverb. That amp will be a skosh under $1,000, right around $1,000. So, and that's those different amps are coming out later this spring. Can you dig it? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The people want these items in the UK at a good, reasonable prices. Well, I would look over in the UK at where these things are sold, and hopefully they'll take care of you. Can you dig it? Kind of a champ with a master volume-ish type of a thing. But the cabinet's a little bigger. And the reason why I like the bigger cabinet, even though it's not all that much wattage, is that it doesn't sound so boxy when you dime it. So the cabinet and the 12-inch speaker sound huge. And it's tweed. Can you dig it? Tweed. Can you dig it? Boom. Can you dig it? Tweed. Can you dig it? Boom. I don't know what I was just saying there, but it felt pretty good. Now, just for kicks and giggles, you've heard these guitars with the P90s. I'm now going to plug in my soon-to-be landing at Wildwood Guitars, my new Reverend signature model, which has my Fishman Fluence signature P90s in them. And let's hear how they sound, shall we? Neck pickup. I like the middle position. I have this out of phase feature, which is intoxicating. It's so delicious. So this body's slightly larger, just like my other signature guitar, but it's a set neck. It's Carina, fingerboard is ebony, and it has my new, it's got a Bigsby on it, and it has my new Fishman Fluence Gristletone P90s on it. And so the reason why that out of phase sound is different is because I wanted it so, you know when you got that Peter Green wiring and you back off and it's fully out of phase and you back off on the volume of either pickup just a skosh and it gets all fat. That's what this is. So it is an out of phase position with the neck pickup just backed off a skosh to get this. Okay. So if I push that, this tone control down, let me go. Yeah. So this tone control is up right now to give me that out of phase position in the middle. Here's the middle position. That's both pickups. Here's bridge. Here's the second voice. You see, there's no 60-second hum. Right? Sounds pretty juicy. It was written of in the scrolls. That is a fact. It's getting it down, dude. We're gonna do like a. Tradeful. Trade that, tradeful. Lord have mercy. So the color of this one is in Tosa turquoise. There's also going to be a gold and a black. And the first batch is predominantly going to Wildwood. They should be landing. They said March, and we're getting into, we're in the first week of March, so I would imagine towards the end of the March, they're going to be in. So if you want one of these guitars, want to be the first kid on your block to get a Gristle Master, or a Gristle 90, I guess is what we're calling them officially. What's the price on these? That's a good question. I think they're going to be 1600, something like that. I think so for the set necker. Although I'm sure I'll be corrected. I think they're $16.99 maybe. Hey, from Jamaica. What's going on, Jamaica? I love Jamaica. Who doesn't like Jamaica? Sorry, I was I was influenced by the "Hello from Jamaica," so we had to go there. Can you dig it? Folks, can you dig it out there? So we've had fun with 3 different Reverend guitars today. Let's just do a quick recap, if we could. We did our friend Mr. Charger 290. Okay? Mulberry Mist, a delicious instrument. Bass contour control, ready to rock. We did the Six Gun. We did the Six Gun HPP in Chronic Blue. Right? And we also checked out a little bit of our friend, the Gristle 90, I guess we're calling it. With my brand new signature Fishman Gristle-tone P90 pickups, right? And then other things that we could just plug into for a hot second if we want to is this new tone hue from my original Gristle Master guitar with my Gristle-tone Fishman Gristle-tone pickups for Telecaster. Is now available in this 3-tone Sunburst, and they've been selling like hotcakes. And ooh, yeah, turn that off. Get the idea, right? That is the Gristle Master. You can see here I got this thing a little cockeyed. I need to get the... That's the only thing I changed from the guitars, the way they come from Reverend. They have this 3-string holder on them, and I only like a 2-string holder, so I usually take them off or I put them off to the side because I like access to that G string for my funny business I do behind there. Can you dig it? How was my perambulation today, Mark asked. It was excellent. I went for about a 5-miler. I went for a 5-mile stroll. Now that it's nice out again, I can start getting my steps in so I can mitigate some of this feasting I've been doing during this COVID situation. A lot of feasting been going on. When it's cold outside and you can't go anywhere, what do? You feast. Oh, what do? You feast. Am I right or am I right? Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Phase 90 favorite? The 45. I like the Phase 45. Quarantine, that is exactly correct. Do I ever use lemon oil on my rosewood fretboards? You know, I have not. Can I do the G hybrid pick you do with the open strings? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Something like that. Yes, doodle diddle doodle diddle. Today I'm just using, this is going through the effects loop. Look at Slipperfoot. Look at those socks, bold. I have the slapback on the flashback. I also like a longer one. And then I use this one for my... Okay. Today I've been using, I really like this MXR clone looper. Does a great job with separation. Like when you put something down, all the different parts come out pretty good. I hit this for overdrive. So this overdrive pedal here, this ODS 181, is a Wildwood exclusive, Wildwood guitars. You can call them right now and say, hey, I just heard that big fella play that ODS 181 and I want one. And they'll set you up. It's based on a amplifier circuit that one of the guys at Wildwood has, and it's a glorious sounding pedal. And then this is just a pedal my buddy makes for me called, we need to start making them for more. Same guy that did my Gristle King pedal, which I actually sell through my website. But we're working on one where maybe we do a fuzz pedal, and this one, the fuzz, I call it the F up. It's just a... Sounds good. A lot of times you hit an octave fuzz and it sounds like an angry bee that's ready to attack. An angry bee that's ready to attack. Yeah. Slipperfoot fuzz. That's right, Eddie. Look out. Here comes Slipperfoot. He's coming on strong. Laughing and joking and singing a damn song. I got a Wildwood guitar shirt with Lucifer winning. You certainly are, Woody. Well done. Yes, when you buy a guitar from Wildwood, they include that delicious t-shirt that says, Wildwood guitars. Never wear Crocs, Greg. I'm never going to wear Crocs. Slipperfoot is different. Slipperfoot. It's not just for breakfast anymore. Slipperfoot, Slipperfoot, What did you use for the tone on Welch's Grape? That's an excellent question, Jacob. On that particular tune, I used a Wildwood Spec 1959 Les Paul, which I don't have anymore, but it was beautiful and it sounded great. The only reason why I got rid of it is because I had an opportunity to get a real 53 Telly and I needed to move some guitars. Anyway, since then I bought a Wildwood Spec 58, which is beautiful. But that's what I used on that tune, and I was going into a 59 Bassman Reish cranked, and also a Paul Reed Smith HX DA amplifier, which I believe I had on the Dwayne Allman setting. And I just cranked both of those amps, and I used the volume control on my amp. Or my volume control on my guitar. What? To go between the cleaner and pastier settings. I used that same rig on Welch's Grape and on the studio version of Sweet Tea, and also on the version of Dirty Old Bee on there, which is Night Owl Now. Dirty Old Bee. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Oh, can you dig it? Oh, can you dig it? Folks, it's about that time. It's 4 after 4. Don't forget to show our Wildwood friends some love. Visiting their website, checking out what they got going on there. And there are links to these guitars up above, except for this one. But if you go to the Wildwood site and press on electric guitars, then press Reverend, you will see all of the various different instruments that are available. And they do have some, the P90 release is coming soon. The P90 guitar is going to be at Wildwood by the end of this month, come hell or high water. The pickups as a standalone purchase won't be available until probably more like May. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Always appreciate it. It's always fun hanging out with you crazy kids. You guys take it easy, but take it. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.